Let's face it, guys, the Air Jordan 1, when you think about it, you think about this box. This beautiful Nike branded box. When you think Jordan 1s, you don't think about getting a Jordan 1 that has a gold Jumpman black box like this. And that's because this is a box for an Air Jordan 1 mid, and this is a box for an Air Jordan 1 high. Now, most new sneakerheads don't necessarily know the difference, but the main difference between the mid cut and the high cut is that the high cuts will often come in the original colorways that they released way back in the day in the 80s and the 90s. I don't know if they released new colorways in the 90s. I think they did, but the Jordan 1 originally came out back in 1985 for $65 US, and damn, has times changed. As prices have gone up, that's one thing, that's for sure. The Jordan 1 is honestly such a timeless sneaker. We're talking about a sneaker that came out in 1985, and it is still a fan favorite sneaker for most sneakerheads like myself to this very day. The Jordan 1 is one of the main reasons I started getting into sneakers, and so when it comes to the Jordan 1, it has a really special place in my heart, like it does for most sneakerheads, both new and old. Some sneaker collectors will religiously only collect Air Jordan 1 highs that have the Nike Air branding on the tongue, and many hypebeasts are like that as well too. Let's face it, there aren't too many cool Air Jordan 1 mids, but in 2019, last year, Jordan Brand put out so many Air Jordan 1 mids, more than I've ever seen in my entire career of being a sneakerhead, if we're gonna call it that, and lots of Jordan 1 lows as well. Now, we're not talking about the lows specifically, although they did have a very strong year. We're talking about the Air Jordan 1 mids, and this right here is my top 10 Air Jordan 1 mids of 2019. And before we get into the top 10 list, if you guys are a fan of my Philippine vlogs and see me bargaining for fake shoes there all the time, I'm actually doing a giveaway for one of the shoes I got in the Philippines. This is a fake of a custom that was done. This is the off-white LV sneakers. If you guys want a chance at winning these, then follow me on Instagram, it's at SneakerTalkCA, and follow me on Twitch, it is SneakerTalkCA. And when we hit, I think 2,000 or 3,000 followers on Twitch, we'll do the giveaway for these. Now, why might you want to follow me on Twitch? Well, we do live sneaker discussions over on there. We also play video games too with my girlfriend, which is pretty fun. Yesterday, we actually gave away a pair of Bred toe lows, and we actually have a pair of Unions that we're going to be giving away very soon as well. So, well, these are not the high cuts, of course. These are the low tops from the Philippines. I paid like $30. And also, we did do a Jordan pin giveaway, and so the winner of these Jordan pins are on screen right now. These were special limited pins from the Jordan store in Toronto when it opened up. So congratulations to both of the winners. Now, if you are just starting to collect sneakers, I think the Air Jordan 1 mid is a great sneaker to start off with. It's not too crazy expensive like a lot of the other Jordans out there at retail price, and they often don't really carry that much resale value. There's only a couple colorways that do have resale, but if you're looking for a cool Jordan 1 that you really want to bring your outfit together, the Jordan 1 mids are a great alternative to the Jordan 1 highs. So if you guys like any of the sneakers you guys see in this video today, I'll leave them linked in the description down below to places where you can buy them for my Canadian and American viewers. And a lot of these Jordan 1 mids can be found for some pretty reasonable prices, often around retail, and you might even find a pair at a Nike outlet. Alright, enough chit chat. As much as I want to keep talking about the Jordan 1 mid in general, I think we should just dive into the top 10 list where we really are going to talk about Jordan 1 mids. That sounded funny, but yeah, let's get started with number 10. Number 10 is a sneaker that you could call a poor man's version. I know some people often get offended by it, the little snowflakes, but it's a common, you know, nickname or phrase when it comes to a sneaker that is inspired by a more expensive, hyped up sneaker. So we're talking about the Air Jordan 1 mid shattered backboard. Yes, this mid-top version obviously inspired by the high-top Air Jordan 1 mid on screen right now. This can be found pretty much for retail at many locations, and on top of that, they also released a low-top version as well. But the mid-top version, I really wasn't a huge fan of this. I wish they kept the same color blocking they did on the highs where they make the toe box orange, but in this case, they didn't do that. If you do want that black and orange Air Jordan 1 though, this is a great alternative because there aren't too many black and orange Air Jordan 1s. So you know what? If you can't pay those crazy high resale prices for the highs, this is honestly a great alternative. And that's going to be a common theme you guys will see with these mid-top colorways. Great alternatives to the big brother, the high cut. All right, let's get to number 9. Number 9 is actually a pair of sneakers I recently picked up in this black box right here. I still have to do a massive sneaker haul. I have a bunch of sneaker hauls coming very soon. I'll do a quick little turnaround. Let me show you guys. A lot of the shoes I have just is stacked up right now. There's a lot of a lot of shoes I need to unbox and review for you guys. But this pair, number 9, I actually picked up at the Foot Locker in Yonge Street, downtown Toronto. They just stocked them at a bunch of retailers like Foot Locker, Champs, Foot Action, for example. These are the Air Jordan 1 Mid Bred toe. Now, this is the color blocking I wanted the shattered backboard mid to have, with the color on the toe right here. This is what I'm talking about. But the thing with these right here is they're sitting. They're sitting and they're available for retail. They might eventually go on discount. And I think the main reason they are sitting is because the shade of red that they use on these isn't that pure gym red that we're used to seeing. This is a deeper red, almost like a magenta. So from afar, it does look like a pretty, pretty cool shade of red, I want to say, but it's not that gym red that we're used to seeing on Jordan 1s. But yeah, if you're not trying to pay resale prices again for the high top Air Jordan Bred toes, the mid top right here, definitely a good option you can throw into your collection, and it's readily available in retailers right now. These just came out like last week. So again, if you're Canadian or American, click the links in the description if you're trying to cop any of these mids, because it does support the channel if you do end up buying. Number 8 was a sneaker that came out at the end of 2019 as part of a pack, and the Jordan 1 I'm talking about are the Sneakers and Stuff Air Jordan 1 Mid. I really like these sneakers. They're really clean. They're very simple. I think Sneakers and Stuff is a sneaker boutique somewhere in America, and I think they've done a few other collaborations in the past. I don't really know too much about this release, but yeah, I really like the way it looks, and so that's why it's at number 8. Number 7 is a mid-top version of what was supposed to be a high-top release this year. We're talking about the Air Jordan 1 Mid Yellow Toe. Now, the problem a lot of people have with this particular release is that they use a predominantly like nubuck upper. Nubuck is not what we like to see on Air Jordans. When we think Air Jordans, most of the time we want a nice, leathery, buttery leathery pair of Jordan 1s. But when they use a different material, you begin to scratch your head a little bit. Now, the colorway is perfect. I love a black and yellow pair of Air Jordan 1 mids, or Jordan 1s in general, and I really wish they released the high top version, but it just never ended up releasing in 2019. It might release in 2020, but I don't know. I honestly am not going to get my hopes up. So if you really like the high tops that never released, these mid tops are a great alternative as well. I'm only going to buy these on discount, straight up. I don't like the materials on these, but for the colorway is why it's at number 7. Our number 6 sneaker is probably one of the best Air Jordan 1 mids, because it really does a good job at emulating the OG color blocking of the Jordan 1 highs. I actually have the pair right here, and I'll be reviewing this pair either on this channel or my second channel, SneakerTalk 365. So subscribe to my second channel if you guys want more sneaker review content. That's going to be a dedicated sneaker review channel, and it is this pair right here. They are the Air Jordan 1 Mid Obsidian. So as you guys can see, it really has that OG color blocking that we know and love from the high top, except it just has the Jumpman on the tongue, and that's also one of the main things when it comes to the mid top versus the high top. For those of you guys who don't know, the mid tops will always have this Jumpman logo right here instead of the Nike Air logo, and some of the Jordan 1 mids in the past would often have a Jumpman stitched into the back here as well. So here it is, number 6, the Air Jordan 1 Mid Obsidian. These also came with blue laces, but I think the white laces look really, really good. And I probably am going to do a giveaway for these. So if you guys want these, subscribe to my second channel, SneakerTalk 365. On to sneaker number 5. Now this is probably one of my, well, it's obviously gonna be one of my favorites because it's in the top 5, but this has gotta be one of my favorite Jordan 1 mids of the year. It was a big GR that happened to sell out instantly in sizes 11 and under online on Nike's website. And I actually bought this pair from a subscriber at a recent sneaker convention in Toronto for retail. He hooked it up. He told me he bought it for his friend, and then his friend changed his mind, so he just hooked it up for retail. And they are the Air Jordan 1 Mid Bred. That's right. This is the Bred version of the Air Jordan 1 Mid, the best one I've seen to date. Now I actually have two versions of the Air Jordan 1 Bred, the high top version, so we'll have it right here for comparison. And as you can see, there's there's a lot of similarities in these two pairs right here. Besides the obvious Jordan 1, you know, silhouette, the color blocking is very, very similar. I think the main differences in these shoes is that the little eyelet part right here is red instead of black, and it's actually black on the high top version, as you guys can see. So you can really see more of a color block separation here. And the materials on the mid top, they actually use nubuck right here, not leather. The rest of the red is all leather, but here it's nubuck. This part here too is also red, while it's black on the high top. So if you want these shoes right here, I paid resale for these. I paid like $450 Canadian. I think these now go for 600 or 700 Canadian. These were $160. This is a great case of the mid top is balling on a budget. Coming in at number 4 is probably one of the most popular Air Jordan 1 mids of the year. I actually saw these reselling a lot on StockX and like online marketplaces. We're talking about the Air Jordan 1 mid, white, black, and gold patent leather. Now the awesome thing about this Air Jordan 1 mid is that they actually use a mixture of leather and patent leather. If this was a purely patent leather sneaker, I feel like not as many people were going to be into it. But because these shoes use both regular leather and patent leather, it doesn't ruin the shoe. It's like a good amount of both, and the colorway is so clean. Now we're at the top 3, and this is where the collaborations kick in. Now most years they don't do collaborations on the Air Jordan 1 mid. However, Jordan Brand this year really wanted to bring that energy, bring that hype factor to the Jordan 1 mid, and I think with this whole pack that they did a great job in giving it that juice that, you know, people want to see in an Air Jordan. So coming in at number 3 is one of the Jordan 1 mids from the Fearless pack. It is the Blue the Great Air Jordan 1 mid. Now, I actually didn't see these released in Toronto, but I gotta say, the colors on these Jordans and the materials are just so dope. It's not something we're used to seeing on a Jordan 1 mid. It sort of gives me like the Sean Witherspoon kind of vibes, if you guys can see the comparison. And I just love the way this shoe pops. It pops. If you're wearing this on feet, it's going to be the highlight of your outfit. Let's face it. If you're wearing this on your feet, you probably have a fun, bright personality. You know, this is a shoe that really will get you a lot of compliments from people who are not sneakerheads, and that's one thing that's really cool about this shoe. So I'm giving these shoes some extra points for like the uniqueness, because it's something so different compared to all the other Jordan 1 mids, which are like trying to be like the high top version of something else. You know, this is it's its own shoe. It really is its own shoe. Coming in at number 2 is another sneaker from the Jordan Fearless pack. And by the way, I think all the sneakers from the Fearless pack came in these black or these red and black boxes. I'm a huge fan of these boxes. I like these more than the black and red ones. Sue me. But yeah, I picked these up in Japan. Now, if you guys saw my Japan vlogs, you would know exactly what they are. If you haven't seen my Japan vlogs, check them out. I was recently in Osaka. I'll leave that vlog up on screen right now, the top right hand corner. You guys can check that vlog out. And I managed to get the very last pair in the store. Of course, I'm talking about the Air Jordan 1 mid Facetasm collaboration from the Fearless pack. Yes. Facetasm is a Japanese streetwear brand, and I've heard about them several times over the last couple of years. So when I heard that they were getting a collaboration with Jordan Brand, I was genuinely really excited. They also went for a Jordan 1 color blocking or colorway that really isn't a ripoff of a high top version, which is exciting because it really gives the Jordan 1 its own, or gives the Jordan 1 mid its own personality, its own voice. You know, you're not comparing it to some other version of it where you feel like you have the poor man's version of it. So this right here also sort of has that OG color blocking, where it has the clean, you know, white toe box with the different color panels on the side. I also like what they did with the Jordan Wings logo on the side. We also have a Facetasm tag here as well. A lot of small details on here. I wore these a lot in Japan actually, and I wore these to the SneakerCon Japan. So if you guys want to see the very first Japan SneakerCon, I'll leave that vlog in the description as well and in the card up top. I saw Jabberwockies perform there. That's in the vlog. And I saw some really expensive sneakers and customs. So check out that vlog if you want to see what SneakerCon is like in Japan. No other sneaker YouTubers besides me and Carlo really went, so check it out. With that said, let's get to number 1. Now, if you guys saw my top 10 Air Jordans for 2019 video yesterday, I'll leave that link down below too. I'll have the whole top 10 playlist linked at the end of the video on one of the cards. You would know what sneaker is in the number 1 spot for my mids, because it's the only Jordan 1 mid to make it onto my top 10 list for Jordan Brand in 2019, and that pair is the Air Jordan 1 mid Edison Chan. These beautiful silky satin Air Jordan 1s, the white, the red, the black. Oh my gosh, I really wish they made these a high top, man. A lot of these Jordan 1 mids from the Spearless pack, I really wish they made them as a high top, but I understand Jordan Brand wanting to bring more hype to the mids, as I've said many times in this video. These are so nice, and I think these are one of the first times where a Jordan 1 mid is actually reselling for like way above their retail price. Now, Edison Chen did do some collabs as well with Nike on some Air Force Ones, I believe, the clot Air Force Ones, and the print looks amazing, and they of course reveal a different colorway underneath the satin material if you like cut it off or strip it off, and it looks really dope. I've never really wanted an Air Jordan 1 mid this much before, so if I can get my hands on a pair of Jordan 1 mid Edison Chens for a pretty decent price in Toronto, I'm definitely going to scoop them up. If you guys made it to the end of the video, please comment down below your top 3 Air Jordan 1 mids of 2019. I'll be sending one of you guys some free merch. Hit that like button as well. It really helps out the channel a ton. And if you guys want a chance at a free pair of off-white LV Air Jordan 1s, make sure you guys follow me on Twitch. It's SneakerTalk on Twitch. I will hang out with you guys over on there, and I'm actually going to be streaming there tonight at 8 p.m. EST. So I'll see you guys there tonight, and yeah, have a great day. Peace out.